Now, also on Wednesday morning, the National Assembly Standing Committee offered its opinions on explanation, reception, and the revision of the draft resolution on coordination mechanisms and special policies to enhance the effectiveness of preventing and resolving international investment disputes.
Now, the National Assembly Standing Committee agreed with the provisions outlined in the draft and strongly supported the establishment of the Center for Prevention and Resolution of International Investment Disputes. They recommended that the model, functions, resources, and solutions be carefully considered to ensure operational effectiveness. In particular, the National Assembly Standing Committee recommended further refining early and proactive prevention mechanisms through risk assessment, warnings, recommendations, and support for resolving disputes from the outset. At the same time, they advised a thorough review of the contents and transitional provisions to ensure feasibility. In recent years, new international investment disputes have continued to pose potential risks to the economy, national reputation, and investment environment, often without effectiveness coordination.
For expert perspectives on Vietnam's draft 16 National Assembly resolution tackling international investment disputes, we now turn to lawyer Nguyễn Văn Phúc, managing partner of HM&P law firm. First of all, thank you for taking time to join our interview. So how do you assess the current landscape of international investment disputes in Vietnam?
I wouldn't say that disputes are increasing dramatically in number, but they are becoming more complicated and often involve higher values. For example, from 2020 to 2025, Vietnam has resolved four international investment disputes, and all of them came out in favor of the state, which is a positive side. But I think what really matters here is not just the outcome, it's the cost, the time, and higher risk behind its case.
So the draft resolution proposes coordination mechanisms among state agencies. What are the key bottlenecks in this coordination today?
That's a very good question. From what we see in practice, the main reason is not less of regulation, but more about coordination works in reality. These disputes often involve multiple authorities across different levels. So without a clear leading agency, coordination can sometimes become fragmented. And in some cases, even small delays in sharing information or aligning positions can increase both times and risk significantly. So in the future, strengthening coordination mechanism will be a key factor in managing the dispute more effectively.
To our last question, what impact do you foresee from the resolution on FDI flows? Could it reduce international litigation risks?
Well, I think this resolution sent a very positive signal in terms of improving the institutional framework. Vietnam continued to attract strong FDI, like over 50 billion US dollar in the first quarter of 2026. But today, investors are not just looking at cost or market opportunities. They are also paying close attention to how risk managed in process. So if this resolution implemented effectively, it can help reduce dispute risk and strengthen investor confidence and ultimately improve the quality of investment inflow into Vietnam.
Thank you so much for your insight.